Hello, my name is Raven, and I'll be introducing and presenting Feeding Columbus along with my partners Natasha, Kaden, and William. I'd like to take a few minutes to introduce you to Feeding Columbus, a non-profit organization making an incredible difference right here in our community of Columbus, Georgia. At its core, Feeding Columbus is built on a simple yet powerful mission to address and fill the gaps in food disparities, ensuring that every member of our community has access to the nourishment they need to lead a healthy, dignified life. We focus our efforts on individuals and families who are financially less fortunate, particularly those who earn less than 35,000 annually or are sole providers with multiple dependents. For many of these situations, food insecurity is a daily reality, a reality that we are determined to change. Feeding Columbus tackles this challenge head on through three main initiatives: food banks, which provide essential pantry items to individuals and families in need; nutrition education, which will empower people with knowledge and about healthy eating and on a budget; hot meal kitchens, where we will serve warm and nutritious meals to those who may not have access to consistent hot meals otherwise. But we cannot do this alone. Our work thrives because of our generosity from our community. We accept public donations of most food items provided that they are not homemade, expired, or outside of their original packaging. For those who want to contribute in other ways, Feeding Columbus offers opportunities for volunteers to donate their time and skills. You can help by packaging care packages, preparing warm meals in our kitchen, or assisting with organizing and food intake. We also recognize that the community needs to evolve, and we are always open to new ideas and other forms of support. If you have suggestions or innovative ways to help, we encourage you to connect with us through the contact page on our website. Ultimately, Feeding Columbus is more than an organization, it's a movement to uplift our community and ensure that no one has to choose between paying bills and putting food on the table. By working together, we can turn this vision into reality and make Columbus a place where no one goes hungry. We wanted to make Feeding Columbus an accessible resource, so we developed a website that provides information and tools for both people who need resources and people who wish to volunteer. The tools we used for this website development were GitHub, Render, and MongoDB, which we will circle back to further into discussion of the presentation. But we will continue with the presentation by now discussing HTML pages.
All right, so with the HTML pages, we have our GitHub set up here, and we have all of our pages listed on the GitHub right here. We have our about, contact, donate, events, homepage, volunteer, and here is all of our code for our pages. Now, we used Bootstrap to kind of get a simple setup and a template going for these pages here. And as you can see, a lot of this stuff remains the same, like the nav bar where we got links going to each page. So in terms of the pages, we have a rough setup looking somewhat like this. Now, each page is designed and focused on a particular thing. You know, on our homepage right here on the index, we talk a lot about Feeding Columbus and what we're all about and what we're striving for. We got different breakdowns going here. When we move to our about page, it's a deeper look at us. We can read our story, read more about who we are, where we are, what we're striving for. It's great. We got a great overview there. And then on our volunteer page, we have the different ways that you can help. One of the main ways that you can help with is food. And as already discussed, we accept non-expired things, fruits, veggies, meats, canned goods, snacks, stuff like that. You could also donate your time. Any sort of time that anyone can volunteer would be a huge help. You could try donation events, meal events, coordinate local outreach, behind the scenes support, any other way that you can do it. We got our working links here to different spots, even contacting us if you have a different way that you would like to help out. We also have our events page where we have our upcoming events. They're listed with this cool accordion that we did in the code we're going to look at in a second. But these list our upcoming meal events and donation events. So if you're needing assistance, feel free to check out the meal events and see if anything works for you, or if you want to donate, you can check out the upcoming donation events. We also have our contact page where right here, this is set up, and we'll get into that in a minute, with Python and Flask. But you'd enter your name, your address, your phone number, a message, you click submit and send it out to us to get in touch. And yeah, we also have a donate button on every page, always up there at the top, sticking out. We talk about, how great it is to donate, what we can accept, that kind of thing. But yeah, it's a good overview of the website. And like I said, we got it broken down here on GitHub. We have our different pages. We use Bootstrap. We got the similar nav bar going, like we talked about with the events. We got some cool stuff going on, like with the accordion, getting those different things to flip up and down. Donate page, contact page. Yeah. Now, the other important part of these pages is the app. And with this app, this is how we're using Python and Flask to get this going, but this is really how we're connecting to Mongo, which is hugely important. So we immediately start by importing everything that we need, ping out, connect to Mongo, make sure it works. We load up all our pages. We get all this going, and on our contact page, when users were to enter their information and click contact, this is what's going to store that information and send it straight to Mongo, which is crucial for keeping track of this information and storing it and everything there. But that's pretty much a good overview of our website and our HTML pages. I know Caden also had a few things on this, but with that being said, I think we can pass it off to Natasha to talk about Mongo and Render, how we got this website up and running through these pages. So take it away, Natasha.
Okay, let me share my screen real quick. Okay, my name is Natasha, and I'll be going over the backend of Render and MongoDB. So we decided to go ahead and use Render because it was a good deployment server to use for our school project, and it was also free. In Render Workspace, you can see the URL for our Flask application. The current tab is showing the events that goes on in here. Um, it will show when we make a change has been made in GitHub and auto deploy the application. Then we're going to go over here to our logs. The log tab is where we can see if anything is going wrong in the application. This is where we did most of our troubleshooting in here for the project when fixing the issue for the application. And now I could go ahead and show you how we went ahead and did the MongoDB in the database. Let me go to MongoDB. Okay, we're going to go ahead and we're going to browse the collection. Okay. So this database is within our application where we always send a test and insert to make sure the application is connected to the database. As you can see, this is our code in here and everything that we did. And as you can see, all the data is being sent into this database, and we're using the free feature of MongoDB. So it's not many features that come with it, but we just need the basics for our project. Let me go through it so you can see. And this is just basically where everything was held in our database. Um, as William said, he already explained the app in GitHub. So that was pretty much it in here. And he went through the run through of what this was used for. So now we're going to go ahead and just do the demo and go through it step by step and show you what our project is about. Go ahead, Raven.
Okay, so now we'll just be going through our website after we've already reviewed kind of the back end of how we got here and how our website came to its final form. So I'll just be presenting through the perspective of someone looking for assistance through our programs, as well as someone who would like to contribute and donate. So first we'll be presenting from a volunteer standpoint. So I'll be a person coming to the website looking to help out and donate my time to Feeding Columbus. So here we are on the home page and we have our tabs up here. The user would navigate it to the volunteer page where we're brought to a couple of links. First, we have an option to donate food or time, or here this will take us to our contact page. So, first, if I want to donate food, I have a bunch of pasta I want to donate. I click here on donate food, and we're taken here to our donate page where it'll give us some examples and times and dates of what can be accepted from Feeding Columbus, and as well as information on financial gifts, which would be um, like pure monies that can be accepted through Feeding Columbus. As well, maybe I have an idea for an event that I want to tell Feeding Columbus that we should work together on. So then I would go here to contact, and here's where I can enter my information as a volunteer and go ahead and contribute all those things. And this information will be stored in the MongoDB database that Natasha presented. And then now we can go through the other perspective from Feeding Columbus as a person needing assistance. We can go here to about, and we have some information on the goals and things of Feeding Columbus. As a person coming to the website, I want to know, how do I get access to resources? Is this the right place for me? And then I also want to know, where can I get, where should I show up to, what the food items are going to be, and when are these resources going to be available to me? So I can go to the events page, and then I can see for myself through these accordion drop downs when the barbecue will be served or when a food drive will be served. So I can plan my life accordingly as someone who would need resources. These are my opportunities to take advantage of what Feeding Columbus has to offer. And I can also go to contact, which we can use to let Feeding Columbus know that I need resources. So I can let them know who I am, how to contact me, what I'm in need for in the message drop down. So I think that the get in touch page, the contact page, is also a good resource for anyone who don't who doesn't fit in a certain square box of what they may need to discuss with Feeding Columbus. So this is a very essential page to how someone can also receive resources from Feeding Columbus. So that is all I have to present on our demo for Feeding Columbus. Yeah.
Thank
All
you.
right. Well, thank you guys very much